Okay, so we are live. How are you? Uh, how is everyone? And my camera wasn't working yesterday, so today I was particularly focused on fixing the camera. I also tried to, like, my friend was also facing a similar problem. The integrated camera was not showing up, so I thought I could help him too, but I wasn't really able to help him. But yeah, my camera worked, so I guess uh, that is what really matters right now. Like, I had to do a lot of things, had to follow a lot of steps, after which the camera worked. But yeah, so it's working currently, and hopefully it will work, and it will keep working. The only problem which I really faced was I uh, was streaming, and I didn't turn off the stream, and I thought that I could keep streaming for 2 hours or 3 hours straight, if even if, like, what what problem could actually show up, and I was wrong. I kept on streaming for like 2 hours straight, and like I went to sleep, so the stream was running, and the stream got cut off after like 2 hours something minutes. And when I checked my camera to start streaming again, it was showing error. Like, maybe I used a lot of camera, that is why it got exhausted or something. I don't know. I wasn't really able to contemplate a valid reason why the camera went off and why wasn't it really working. But yeah, spent today's uh, good part of a day fixing the camera, gathering knowledge about everything. Now I feel like if someone else faces a similar kind of problem, I would be able to fix, if they would tell me. Because it's like, you would only be able to, like, many times you would be only able to you only would be able to help someone when you have gone through a similar experience yourself. Otherwise, it really isn't necessary, or really isn't possible for you to give solutions to other people. And like, obviously, like, okay, this is good. Hmm. Let's check this once, and then let's begin. Let's see if it is streaming and it is live. Yeah, it is. So yeah, we shall start now. I have some other videos as well to watch. I'll add them to queue. Okay, this is an AI. Okay, Popoy. Um, hmm, Iman Kasi. Hmm, Nikhil Kamath, Nitin Kamath. Okay. Hmm. Solo trips are really good. I, I'm a big fan of solo trips. Either you go there with with someone you love or you go alone. Both are good. I was adding a few videos to watch later and to queues, so I could watch them just after the stream ends. I guess we should start now. Light is enough. I think we'll increase it a bit, adjust it so as I can read the book properly. Put my phone to charging and also on silent so no one disturbs me in between the live stream. So yeah, there was one interesting thing that I read in this book, which was as you engage yourself in a cognitively intense task, in an cognitively engaging task like reading a book, solving a problem, or like in general studying or something like that, there is something called ego depletion which occurs. Like the author Daniel Kahneman mentioned it as ego depletion, but we can also say that when you are engaged in a really cognitively engaging activity, what really happens is your blood sugar level drops, and sometimes it drops a lot. So if you compare when you started studying at t equal to 0 time, and when you compare it at t equal to 60 minutes, your blood sugar levels would have dropped significantly, or if not significantly, they would have dropped by a certain level. So the like author didn't suggest anything, but like when he gave the example of an experiment which was conducted, in which uh, people were divided into two focus groups, in which both of them studied for a particular equal period of time, after which one group was given electrolytes in form of like sugar, like lemonade kind of a thing, and other group wasn't given anything, and they were given just pure water. And when the study continued for the second round, in that the group which had an intake of the lemonade performed significantly better because their electrolytes were restored, their blood sugar levels were restored, and they performed better. They were able to put more on the activity, they focused more, they were able to focus more. So I thought, how could I use this particular thing to my benefit? So it is an easy kind of a thing. Like I already have told you guys that I make specifically this kind of a mixture of coffee, sting, and water, which is like it is bitter, and like it has caffeine. It is bitter, so like it wakes me up immediately, helps me focus more. And if I focus for 1 hour or half an hour or any kind of a time, like 90 minutes, after the end of that, I wasn't really aware, but why I was losing focus or why we get tired. But this is a scientific explanation why we actually get tired, and also like yeah, like general reasons also, like we genuinely get tired after focusing and all that happens. But how can we improve our performance in any kind of term? We are more focused on that thing. So what we can do is after we complete a bout of study, like Andrew Huberman suggests we follow circadian rhythms and study in 90-minute bouts, uh, which is the best time period for like including the time to focus till when you gain moment till when you gain momentum, and then you continue studying. And like as when we are towards reaching the end, like the last 30 minutes or last 20 minutes when we are losing kind of focus. So 90 minutes is a perfect ideal time for studying or engaging in any kind of a cognitively engaging activity. So after those 90 minutes, what we can do is like take a walk, take rest. We could also sleep. Like he suggests taking power naps or doing performing an NSDR activity, non-sleep deep rest, in which whatever we have studied, whatever we have learned, goes directly into our subconscious mind, and it forms stronger and more intense connections. The all the neurons form a more stronger and more intense connections with each other. So like that can be done. And sometimes we're feeling a lot more sleepy after focusing for 90 minutes or whatever kind of a time we have focused. Like that is also particularly because of our dropped blood sugar levels, and body just wants to take rest and restore those levels. But what we actually do is we go on reels, we go on shorts, and just start taking a daily dose of dopamine. Dopamine shoots up, and dopamine makes us that is why we think that we are more alive, we are more happy, and we are able to continue more. But as and when we shut off that thing, that object from which we were deriving our stimulation from, we feel eventually more tired. And after that, we don't even want to engage in any kind of an activity, because that stimulation was so engaging. It had so much high, like it had high levels of dopamine excitation. And like if we summarize it, we can say it was interesting, it was fun, and dopamine was releasing while doing it. So it was an interesting and engaging activity. But as we turn it off, we have to again start studying. And studying is not as interesting as watching reels. It doesn't really release dopamine when we study, unless we are in a flow state. That is a different kind of thing, which we'll discuss in another video or in another live stream. So what really happens is when we come back from a highly engaging, highly interesting activity to a boring kind of an activity, our brain just says, why? Why are you doing this to me? It was so good, it was so highly engaging, I was loving it. Why are you doing this to me and putting me all through all this pain and suffering again? So that is how your mind functions. So first thing which you can do is, after you finish your learning bout, after you finish an interval of studying, you can intake some kind of a sugary substance, some like sting works. If 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 not, you can intake any kind of a like sweet works, toffee works, lemonade works, any kind of a thing. And if it's healthy, then it's even better to do. So that is one thing which you can do. Second thing which you can do is, do not engage in a high dopamine producing activity just after you have finished studying, like scrolling reels or watching shorts or any kind of a thing. Because I have already explained you the science and chemistry behind what really happens when you do that kind of an activity. But also, like, it is harmful for you. What we can really do is, like I told you, after finishing your learning bout, after you have finished that particular period of time when you were studying, you can take rest, you can meditate, you can do any NSDR, you can just take a nap, or you can go on a walk, or just you can, simplest thing which you can do is just stare at a wall. I can guarantee you cannot stare at a wall for more than 2 to 5 minutes, because it is so boring. After you have finished staring at the wall, if I give anything, anything to you, you would be highly willing to do it, because it was so boring that your mind was saying, why are you doing this to me? Why are you putting me through all this pain and suffering? So when you give your brain, yeah, this is what we need to do, you need to study, it will say, yeah, this is interesting. I'm having fun. I'm releasing dopamine doing it. And that is how you improve your overall productivity, your study time, all the things which are related to it alongside of it. Like this was a mistake which I also used to do. Like I thought I need a break, I need to watch some reels, etc. And I'll watch some productive content on that. Yeah, like obviously you can watch some productive content also, but it is not that productive content is not interesting. Productive content can also be made interesting, right? So it will also produce dopamine. It is not always necessary that productive content will be boring, right? And the format of shorts and reels is specifically made like that. In those 30 seconds show so many animations, so like like they bombard you with so much information, so many visuals, so many things, that you will feel that, fuck, something is happening, this is interesting or something. Like dopamine will release automatically without you even doing anything. So that is what really happens. So yeah, this was the science behind it. After finishing the stream, I'll also restore my blood sugar levels, because it is a cognitively engaging activity, both streaming and I am reading books alongside of it. So like it is uh, highly engaging for me. But like it's like I love streaming. I love to talk to you guys. It's always so fun producing content. So I'm getting my daily dose of dopamine also alongside of it. So yeah, let's start. Let's start. Hmm. If you were primed to think of old age, you would tend to act old, and acting old would reinforce the thought of old age. Interesting. Ah, I can also see this, right? I can, I can, I will bounce back. Am I signed out of this? Okay, the Google has changed everything. Okay, okay, okay. I don't think that this would be coming in stream. Hmm. Wait a second. The smell of bats. I just love the smell of beer. If it isn't Puss in Boots himself, can I get your autograph? Sign right here. The smell of beer. Bats. Hmm. Hey. Hey. I just love the smell of beer. Hey, get over. Hey, get over here. I just, I just love the smell of beer. I just, I just, I just love the smell of beer. I just love the smell of beer. Ah, if it isn't Puss in Boots, meet, meet Death, Death himself. Okay, the effect of measuring. Idea of money primes individualism. Okay, reluctance to be involved with others, depend on others, accept demands from others. Hmm. Ha. Reminding people of mortality increases the appeal of authoritarian ideas, which may be reassuring the context of terror of death. A purely symbolic reminder of being watched prodded people into improved behavior. Damn, this is interesting. System 1 provides impression that often turn into beliefs. I love the smell of fear. I love the smell of fear. I, I just, I just love the smell of fear. I just, I just, I just love the smell of fear. I just love the smell of fear. I just love the smell of. I just love the smell of fe, of fear, of, of fear, of fear, of fear. I just love the smell of. I just love the smell of fear. I just love the smell of fear. So, as I was explaining to you, what I really wanted to focus on is this particularly. My, like, I can speak in this voice, and like, I tend to speak in this voice whenever I want to sound more authoritative, or when I want to convey things in a more concise, more clear manner. I tend to speak slowly when I am speaking in a lower pitched voice. In contrast to when I'm speaking faster, my pitch drops a little, and words are not as clear as they are when I speak slower. Like, I like to speak this way, and I will continue speaking this way. The only thing is, I am not natural to my this tone of voice, to my this kind of uh, accent, to my this kind of a speed or the pace, which I can say, which can be improved, because I am coming live every day. I am reading books. I am talking to you guys in English, which will eventually improve this voice, and this will help me everywhere or anywhere, wherever I go. It will help me, obviously. Plus, this sounds a little bit more sexy. Hmm, interesting. Again, I changed the tone of my voice when I said interesting. I had to say interesting, 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 interesting. The various causes of ease or strain have interchangeable effects. Okay. In a state of cognitive ease, you are probably in a good mood. I have to text that guy. have to do so many things and I have so little time to do everything. It also produces stress, but it is also like if your goals are easy to achieve, what else do you have left after you achieve them, right? And eventually, like if you have more things to do, if you want to do more than others, if you want to do a lot of things, eventually, or like at the end of the decided time period, you will obviously be achieving more than others if you are continuously taking action in some way or other. Like just thinking about something won't help, right? Until you're taking some kind of an action. You have a greater cognitive ease in perceiving a word you have seen earlier, obviously. Mm. Impression of familiarity is produced by system 1. System 2 relies on impression for a true or false judgment. Hmm. Oh, people who were repeatedly exposed to the phrase the body temperature of a chicken were more likely to accept as true the statement body temperature of a chicken is 144. While it may be true or not, but it was so familiar to them that they accepted it immediately. This is a this is such an interesting thing. We can use it like we can use it anywhere we want, especially in kind of marketing when we want to create familiarity towards our product. It's so good. It is so interesting. Familiarity of one phase of the statement suffices to make another. Okay, how to write a persuasive message. This book is so good. I now I know why this book is so good. Anything you do to reduce the cognitive strain will help you. So you should first maximize legibility. Use high quality paper to maximize the contrast between characters and their background. Uh-huh. If you use color, you are likely to be believed if your text is printed in bright blue or red than in middling shades of green, yellow, or pale blue. If you care about being thought credible and intelligent, do not use ah do not use complex language where simpler language will do. Problems with using long words needlessly. That couching familiar ideas in pretentious language is taken as a sign of poor and low credibility. In addition to making your message simple, try making it more memorable. Put ideas in the verse as you can, they will be more likely taken as truth. Who's beautiful? They gave more weight to the report from Arton than to the report from Tahoot. System 2 is lazy and that mental effort is aversive. Recipients of your message want to stay away from anything that reminds them of effort, including a source with a complicated name. Oh man, fuck. So, like, should I do something for Darra Industries? Because this isn't familiar at all to people. Raj is really familiar. Familiar, I know that much, but yeah, like what? Like, if that is the case, you'll have to do something, right? All of us live much of a life guided by impressions of System 1, and we often do not know the source of these impressions. True, true. experience of cognitive strain, whatever is the source, tends to mobilize system 2, shifting people's approach to problems from a more intuitive mode to more engaged and analytical mode. 48 days entire है. Oh, interesting. 47 days आएगा आंसर. Everyday patch doubles in size. 48 days to cover the entire lake. What would it take for the patch to cover half of the lake? Obviously, if full is being covered in 48 and every day it is doubling, 47 days. 90% of students made at least one mistake, but dropped to 35% when font was barely legible. You write this correctly. Performance was better with bad font. Cognitive strain, whatever it shows, mobilizes system 2. Is more likely to reject the intuitive answer suggested by system 1. People showed a faint smile and relaxed brows when pictures were easier to see. Hmm. Words that were presented more frequently were rated much more favorably than the words which had shown only once or twice. Exposure effect. It happens when repeated words or pictures are shown so quickly that the observers never become aware of having seen them. They'll end up liking the words or pictures that were presented more frequently. System 1 can respond to impressions of events that System 2 is unaware of. Okay. Uh, Unhappy subjects were completely incapable of performing the intuitive task accurately. Their guesses were no better than random. Mood evidently affects the operation of system 1. When we are uncomfortable and unhappy, we lose touch with our intuition. Oh damn, this is good. These findings add to the growing evidence that good mood, intuition, creativity, gullibility, and increased reliance on system 1 form a cluster. At the other pole, sadness, vigilance, suspicion, and analytic approach and increased efforts also go together. A happy mood loosens the control over system 2 over performance. When in a good mood, people become more intuitive, more creative, but also less vigilant and more prone to logical errors. Here again, connection makes a biological sense. Good mood is a signal that things are going well, environment is safe, and cognitive ease is both a cause and a consequence of sleep. Male switch, black, black, salty foam, sea. Previous research showed that musical influences emotional reactions of individuals. This story completely eliminates the illusion of coherence. This is interesting, guys. This is really interesting. I guess we can do some off-screen mining as well. This stream will last 1 hour 10 minutes, and hopefully we can finish another chapter in yeah. Next chapter is small. Chapters are not really that big. This one was big. Okay, I'm coming in like um 2 minutes. some goals to achieve. I just fucking lie down here and just I cannot just lie down here and do nothing. I have to. Okay. Okay, so we are back. Okay. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We are back. And now we'll do what we talked about at the beginning of the stream, which was our blood sugar levels may have dropped a little. So we are gonna have some sweet. We have to introduce some sweetness in our life to feel better again. So let's start with this bitterness and then we'll go to this. This is the mixture of red and blue sting. We have created the special Gojo edition purple string. I love this. Okay, this is so bad. Man, I don't know. Should I mix this in this? Yeah, we can do that. Okay, okay. Fuck, I feel good. I'm feeling good. I feel good. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, man, that is slightly more on the red side. It looks like I'm performing a titration or something. Okay. I don't know, man. Like, it's sweet. It's okay. Color may not be that good, but yeah, it's okay. So we shall proceed to the next chapter now. I'll change the song in my background. Okay, not this. This one is good. Okay, let me loop it. I have to do so many things and I haven't really done anything. I have to read articles, have to read the newspaper, have to do so many things, and I'm just fucking chilling and fucking around here and there. That cannot happen for long. I have to like give at least intense 4 hours of work ethic at least. Then I can sleep at around 4. Then I'll have to again wake up at 9 or 8 or 9 something. Yeah, let's begin. Okay. We have in our head a remarkably powerful computer. Capacity of surprise is an essential aspect of mental life. two main varieties of surprise. Some expectations are active and conscious. You know you are waiting for a particular event to happen. When R is near, you may be expecting the sound of a door, your child returns, okay? You will be surprised if an entirely actively expected event does not occur. But there is a much larger category of information. You don't wait for them, but you are not surprised when they happen. Okay, okay. An observer casually watching. Okay. We need to just take out the important stuff which I need. I don't really need to read everything. How many animals of each kind did Moses take into the ark? Moses illusion. Moses took no animals into the ark. Noah did. Oh. Non theory, the idea of animals going to ark sets up a biblical context. Moses is not abnormal in that we did not positively expect him, but the mention of his name not surprising. Hmm. Hmm. I understand. Similar things can be misplaced with each other. They can be misjudged. They can. Hmm. Okay. This is much more comfortable light. Violations of normality are detected with astonishing speed and subtlety. But a statement that can explain two contradictory outcomes explains nothing at all. In fact, in fact, all the headlines, all the headlines do is satisfy your need for the coherence. A large event is supposed to have consequences, and consequences need causes. to explain them. We have limited information about what happened on a day, and system 1 is adept at finding a coherent causal story that links the fragments of the knowledge at its disposal. Damn, okay. Read this sentence. After spending a day exploring beautiful sights in the crowded streets of New York, Jane discovered that her wallet was missing. Hmm. Where is that? Okay, there it is. Hmm. Significantly feel better after intaking Sting. I believe whatever I am reading when I apply it, it is awesome. It is really awesome. When you read something, when you come across something, you tell it to people, you apply it, it goes into your permanent memory, and also like you have tried it, so you also have a living, walking example of whatever you have studied, which you can give to people. I want to do so many things. I want to watch anime or some kind of a moving just after the stream ends, but I have to read newspaper, study, and do other things as well. Only thing I can do is work for long hours and do things faster than normal. Like after this and after chapter 7, we'll be remaining with 32 chapters. If I do 4 each day, it will take me 8 days. If I do 5 each day, it will take me like almost 7 more days or something. System 1 does not have the capability for this mode of reasoning. System 2 can learn to think statistically, but few people receive the necessary training. This book is so good, I'm telling you. And to convince you or something, do I have the pencil leads or hmm, I do have a few pens. Some leads have been broken and lying around here and there. I believe something happened. Oh man, the box had opened and I believe something. Oh man, this is so sweet. I got this for her, but I was never really able to give it to her. I tried to initiate our meetings. I tried to meet her again and again. I tried to do everything I could have, but she, I don't know, she didn't really wanted to meet, and I was not even able to contemplate the reason why she wasn't really willing to meet, even though like she had accepted me as friend, and like we like there were times we had shared a lot of information between the two of us. Like we were good friends. We became good friends in such a short period of time, and still she didn't wanted to meet, and she used to say like I am awkward, I am this, I am that. I always said like I am okay. I don't really care if you're awkward or not. I don't really care. I love you. Why would I even care if you were awkward or not? I loved you anyways. But you never really understood, or I don't know if you never really wanted to accept the love I wanted to give you, or you just don't like the idea of love in itself, and thinking how could someone be with someone for so long and for their whole life or something like that. I guess you will understand it when you'll actually fall for someone for the first time in your life. Like, I fell for her. I fell for her so hard. Oh, wasn't really able to recover, and wasn't really able to recover until now. I am trying to do a lot of things. I am happy also, and there were so many habits which I started just because of her. Like not, she never really told me to do anything. It was just I didn't wanted to see her again and again, so I left Instagram, which I was not able to do in my whole lifetime of of using Insta for like 2 or 3 years. I wasn't really able to do it, and I left Instagram just because I didn't wanted to see her. And now, when I'll achieve everything that I want, or like the goals I have decided for myself, I'll go back on Insta. But I don't think I'll activate my old ID. That is something I would do. People will be connected with me on that one. But yeah, I'll create a new ID with a new name and add only a few people there. And wherever I am going to the new place where I am headed, like I'll give them the ID. I'll I want to change my personality so bad. I want to become like the mysterious kind of a guy, like the Ayanakoji and all. But I don't know why am I not really able to do that. Whenever I go, like I don't know if it intentionally follows me that I am like this and I cannot change the reality. I cannot fake my emotions. I cannot hide my excitement for whatever reason that may be, but okay, this is zero point 0.5 mm. I'll keep it here. This I'll have to buy the. Okay, fuck, I found that. Which I had made for her. Okay, so what have we got here? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Fuck. It says this, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, yeah, the light. Yeah, I guess. Now, so it was presented to her name, and at the bottom we have from which, which was the like kind of the nickname she gave me. It was like she had any kind of a problem, and I was always there to solve it for her. It was not like she really wanted my help or something like, but it felt good helping her. It felt so, I don't know, I felt so good when I used to talk to her, when I used to help her with her problems, and I just felt good. So that is why I did whatever I did. It was it was a new feeling, to be honest. Okay, man. Like someone from a family was not really well. She told like once I asked her, oh, like should we go somewhere? Should like we can go anywhere or something like that, some coffee shop or like just for a walk or anything. She told me like she didn't really wanted to go now because someone close to her was not really well. So I told her, I am your wizard, right? So I'll I'll pull off some magic, and whoever it is in your life who is not really well, who is ill, they'll be